Hey guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to share with you my picks for the Sephora Friends and Family Sale. So I feel like you guys are my friends, you guys are my family, and I really just sat down this morning doing my makeup, opened my drawers, and thought, you know what, if I had one of you or all of you come over and ask me, hey, what would you recommend I pick up this time around at the sale? Or what is something that's tried and true that you really enjoy? Something I feel confident in recommending to you, knowing that you're not gonna probably hate it. You might not like, some of the colors that I'm showing you, but I just want to give you some of my personal recommendations, some things that I would recommend to a friend. I would recommend these to my family, and so let's get into this. All right, get your coffee. I just feel like I can't sit down and I was going through some of my older videos, and I always had a cup of coffee, and I just, you know what, I'm bringing it back to where I began with my channel. I've kind of voiced my struggles a little bit on my Snapchat, so follow me there if you'd like to know. But if you're just here to talk about the recommendations, I better get started because I'm very long-winded. So welcome if you are new. I hope you stay and subscribe. Please do. Would love to have you here. These are not going to be in any particular order because my table is overflowing, and so I'm just going to grab and chat. I kind of like that style anyway, so let's do that. First thing I'm going to recommend to you, I picked this up in the month of September, and this is the Korres Greek Yogurt Foaming Cream Cleanser. I've had this in the past. This is a repurchase for me, and it's actually going to appear in my October favorites because I've been really loving this for a gentle cleanser. It also is more natural, 86.4% natural content. It says it's free of a lot of things, so if mineral oil doesn't, do it for you, or silicones or parabens, you don't like any of that kind of thing in your skincare, try this out. I've been really enjoying it. I have normal skin. I recently started incorporating a prescription strength retinol, and my doctor recommended that I use a very gentle cleanser, and so this suits the bill for me. Another item that is a repurchase, I always will recommend a vitamin C to you just because I love, and I can literally see when I apply a vitamin C serum in the morning, how it brightens my skin, and it gives my skin like a dewy, glowy look, and it just really preps it for makeup, and I feel like it makes my skin look better, which then of course translates into makeup. But this is the Drunk Elephant one, and I've tried several different ones, and I believe this is my all-time favorite. I like the consistency. It's like a gel, not a gel, it's like a liquid gel kind of thing. I just really enjoy it, and I think it's nice, and it plays well with other moisturizers and stuff like that, so I really enjoy that. I got pumpkin spice creamer today because it's October and it's starting to feel a little bit cooler, and it just gets me in such a jolly good mood because fall is my favorite time of year. Let's jump into foundations. I have two foundations. I've really decluttered my foundations over the course of this year, and especially in the past 6 months, I've really just kind of focused on using what I have, just in general. And so I have two here. Now, foundations are one of those things that, man, it's such a personal thing. Really depends on your skin type, what you do for a living. Maybe you're out all day long, or maybe you're just a stay-at-home mom like me, and you just want your foundation to look good while you go run errands or whatever. I have two that I enjoy. They're different. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I really like this for, I wouldn't say if I was going to go somewhere and I needed my foundation to last for 12 hours, I probably wouldn't wear this, but this is very lightweight, skin-like, buildable coverage. I can get full coverage out of this. Never looks cakey, but not super long wearing. Like, this would not be a 12-hour situation, but this is a great daytime, It doesn't look like makeup, and that's very important to me. Today I'm wearing a pump of this mixed with an old foundation that well, it's not old, but it's a foundation you can't get any longer. But this is the Too Faced Born This Way. I like this. This is going to be a little bit, definitely full coverage, and it's going to be more of like a satin matte finish, whereas this is more like a natural, and I get kind of dewy with this. Do enjoy both of these though. I'm back in my original filming location. I was trying out my other location because I could leave my stuff up. Can't leave my stuff up here because I literally blockaded myself into this corner. Can't even get into my bathroom right now. So is this better? I think you guys like the lighter. I like the lighter better. I just like the convenience of being able to shut the door and leave all this stuff up and not have to mess with taking it up and down every time. But I have two perfumes. One is my all-time favorite. It appears in, I believe, every single one of my Sephora recommendations videos. I do have a playlist, by the way. I'll link that if you're interested, of all of my recommendations, wish lists, hauls, that kind of thing. I'll link it below. But my all-time favorite perfume is Burberry London, the original. Wonderful. Another one that snuck in, I believe, like 2 years ago, is the Versace Crystal Noir. This one is like year-round. This one just screams fall-winter to me. I mean, I love it all year round, but it's very simple too. I believe it's like 2 or 3 notes, and it's like amber and gardenia, or I can't remember everything about this one, but I really like this one. This is a very unique smell to me. I don't feel like there's a lot of perfumes out there on the market that are, suit this profile. Both of these. I highly recommend both of these, and I just feel like both of these, if you smell them, you will know it's like me. Like, these are me. Another skincare thing, I'm sorry this is out of order and if this bugs you, but I'm just feeling like mixing things up and just going with the flow these days in my life and on my channel here, so that's what we're going to do. The Juno Face Oil by Sunday Riley, wonderful. We're heading into, well, not yet for me down here in Texas, but for you if you're further up north, cooler days and cooler nights and sliding into winter, and when your face gets dry, this is amazing. This is amazing. Or if your face just needs a super, like you really want to pack it with hydration and nutrients and goodness, I absolutely love this oil. It's wonderful. It's got a whole bunch of different things in it. It's antioxidants, and it's awesome. Let's see, it has vitamin A and C to brighten the skin, increase collagen, antioxidants, protect from free radicals, and it's wonderful. Let's talk about eyeshadow, because I was playing with these two palettes today, and this is what's on my eyes. I'm not really zoomed in today because I'm kind of playing around with the angles and stuff here, but the Viseart palettes, just in general, I have two of them. I have the neutral one, which is this one, which is actually my favorite. I just like the colors in this. I like that you can do a more warm look, oh good lord, a warm look if you'd like to with the orangier colors, but I don't know guys, I am so over all of the warm eyeshadow. I'm probably in the minority on this. There's been a million warm eyeshadow palettes that have come out this year, but I personally, I like them, I own them, I wear them. But when I put on the more neutral to cool tones in my eyes, I just feel more myself, I guess. I don't know, I like this. I love the formulation of Viseart. Here's what the warm one looks like. Definitely more warm. Like, even this yellow, you're thinking, ooh. And even when I first saw this, I'm like, that's like a highlighter yellow. But it blends out really lightly on the eyes. And I mean, unless you want an intensely yellow eyeshadow look, like packing this on the lid, you know, when you take a brush and blend things, it never comes out as intense as it looks in the pan. So the formulation is why I'm sharing these. I really enjoy the Viseart formula. Now, if you're looking to splurge and spend a stupid amount of money on eyeshadow, pick up a Tom Ford eyeshadow quad. During the sale, I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but I like to stock up on things that I'm running out of, things I use a lot of, like skincare, foundations, concealers, hair products, that kind of thing. I also like to spend the 20% off on splurge-worthy items, like perfumes for yourself, expensive things, higher-end things, things you've been wanting to try forever, but you really couldn't justify spending the full price on it, you know, and that's hard for us sometimes, especially as mothers. It's hard sometimes to be like, I should not have bought that, you know, because my kid, you know, that guilt thing, you know, the mom guilt. It's terrible. But anyways, this is the one that I chose to share with you. I believe this is my favorite. Out of all the ones that I own, I feel like this one's the most universal. It pairs well with other things. It plays well with other things. This is Nude Dip. This is what I have on my eyes. I actually have a video, I will link it, of a look that I created with this that I thought was really stunning. But today I just have a neutral eye going on because that's what I was feeling, you know? So I love this quad, and he has different formulations. There's three kinds actually. There's like a glitter one, a glitter eyeshadow mixed in with some more like matte satins, and then there's this formula, which is more of like a gelée type of formula, and I like this. I just love how, I don't know, it creates like a really pretty, almost wet looking eye, and I think that's really fun. Also really like this eyeshadow palette. I hope it's still available. The Makeup Forever Volume 1. This is their original. When they first came out with these, they had them in like singles, right? Well, then they created this palette. This is a neutral one, and I just like the colors. I recommend this one. I think it's a little bright. It's a little too weird a color. They're all just very neutral, and the reason I love this is because of all the lid shades. I like to have a bright lid, and I think it's because of my eye shape. I have very deep set eyes, and I have a lot of lid space, so I like to do a brighter color on my lid. Sorry, my phone is talking to me. So that's why I really like this, and I reach for it quite a bit. So I do like the formula of this eyeshadow too. This is a newer one, the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. Now this is a warm eyeshadow palette, but it's really well done. The shadow formula is really lovely, and the packaging is very substantial. You have some nice colors. Not all of these or, you know, screaming bright colors. There's some good everyday shades in here. I do have a separate video dedicated to this. I did create a nice little look. I like chit chat, get ready with me, which is my style of how I like to create looks with you guys, and I think you enjoy that as well. Let me know if you do. But I do recommend this, as this is a newer thing. So if you're looking for something newer, if you're looking for something old school, this is still, I think, one of my all-time favorite palettes I've ever purchased. It was the second palette I ever bought, and it's the Lorac Pro Palette. I just really like it. I like the colors. The formula is different. It's going to be definitely more powdery, tap off your brush. I mean, I think it's easy to work with. But, you know, you're going to find differing opinions on that. And that just comes down to, like, your hand. Like, how heavy-handed are you? Or do you choke up on your brush? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things about makeup application that have to do with you, and you might have to change your technique just based upon the different formulas that you're working with. But that goes, you know, with any medium. Like, when I knit, when I'm stressed, like, my project gets really tight. But if I'm knitting when I'm much more relaxed, it's a lot looser, you know? So, I don't know. You have differing opinions on that, but I think it really just comes down to yourself. If you're looking to splurge on some single eyeshadows, the Burberry singles are really lovely. I picked this shade Midnight Brown because I love it the most out of the ones that I have. It's just a really nice brown shade with a little bit of a sheen to it. It's one of those shadows where you can create a one eyeshadow look with it because you can blend the shadow out really nice, and it creates like a cool charcoal brown taupey color, but if you build it up, you can see the shimmer in the eye, and it's just really lovely. So definitely recommend that. I've had this eyeshadow for quite a long time. This is the Urban Decay Moon Spoon eyeshadow. These are really sparkly, fun things. I like this color because you can put it over like browns if you wanted, or grays or blacks, and just, it's so cool. It's really pretty. Now this is sparkly. If you're not into sparkle, don't buy this. You will hate it. If you're into sparkle, or you want to be into sparkle and you want a super easy, amazing, phenomenal sparkly eye, reach for these, the Stila Magnificent Metals. I have two shades, Kitten Karma and Smoldering Satin. They have since come out with a lot more shades, but these came out early in the year. This is Kitten Karma here, and this one over here is Smoldering Satin. Smoldering Satin is just kind of like a taupey gray, well, it's like a taupey with copper and cool tones, and then the Kitten Karma is just a beautiful champagne. I love these. These are beautiful on their own. They're also really pretty as a topper over something else. I mean, they're just so easy to work with too. How I take my makeup off, and what I've been really enjoying, is the Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm from Pharmacy. I like to take my makeup off completely before I go in and cleanse. So I like to use something like this because it literally melts away the makeup. You can use it on your eyes. It doesn't irritate my eyes. It looks like so. It's like, it comes with a little spatula, so you don't have to dig your fingers in there if you don't want to. And so anyways, yeah, you just like smush it all over your face and wash it off, and then I go in with a cleanser. It's really important to remove the makeup before you cleanse your skin, you know, so this is something I would recommend. It's easy to work with too. It's not like a super messy situation. Favorite moisturizer this year, the Belief True Cream Moisturizing Balm. I bought this last fall for the first time, fell in love, and have repurchased several since. It's just really lovely. If you have oily skin, they do have the gel one, which is called the Aqua Balm. That's more for like combo to oily. If you're more normal to dry, definitely get the moisturizing balm. And you know what? You could even buy one of each and cocktail it too, because your skin goes through transitions. Mine does, depending on my hormones, my stress level, what I'm eating, like all kinds of things affect my skin directly. And so I like to have this on hand because when my skin gets really irritated, it's a very soothing moisturizer. I have so much makeup left. Like, Chelsea, what were you thinking? This is what I used this summer. This is the Drunk Elephant Daily Defense Protection. It's a tinted sunscreen, SPF of 30. So, now the sun's coming out. I hope we're okay. So, even though we're heading into winter, you still need to wear sunscreen. If anything, when you are outside and there's snow on the ground, the sun is reflecting off that snow so much more. Like, you know, when you see people that ski and snowboard all the time, they have like goggles and they're like beet red right here because they're getting sunburned and windburned. You still need to wear sunscreen. So I like to wear this underneath my foundation. Or if I'm not going to wear foundation, I like this because it not only gives me sunscreen protection, but I have a little bit of a tint. Now, it is not an insane amount of tint. It's not going to give you any sort of makeup coverage or even that of a BB cream. It's just a very light, helps even out a little bit of the redness. Eyeshadow primer. This is the one I've been loving, and I would recommend this, definitely. This is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Potion. It's on a stick, so you can just pull it out and put it on. This is the shade Eden. It's slightly yellow undertone. It covers up any discolorations, and it really just evens out my eyelid before I try to go in with eyeshadow. Prolongs your eyeshadow wear, prevents it from creasing, all those kinds of things. If you don't like the yellow undertoned one, they have like shimmery ones. They have ones that are just clear. They have a more pinky undertoned one. So you get whatever shade or what preference you have, but I like the Eden. I really like these. These are the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders. This is the Mood Light one, which helps with redness. I put all my makeup on, right? Okay, and including setting your face with powder after you put on foundation. This is the last thing that I do. And I take a big fluffy brush and I just kind of smooth it over, you know, and it basically blurs your pores, really gives you a smooth looking complexion. It creates different types of lighting on your face, like this one's called Mood Light, so think about, it's lavender undertone, so it helps cancel any sort of redness you may have going on. And sometimes I get like, well, sometimes, a lot of times I have a lot of breakouts, and if today my skin's doing a little bit better, but I like to do something like this to kind of like hide all of that redness underneath that's going on. They do have different types or different ones, so if Mood Light doesn't interest you, they have Luminous Lights, which is a really pretty highlighter, and then they have lots of kinds. I'm just like dropping, like it's as if I sat down today and forgot absolutely everything I've ever learned about makeup in the past 4 years and decided, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and tell them what I like, but then I'm not gonna remember why I like it, and I'm just gonna stumble over my words. This blush is special to me. This was a gift from my friend Jelena, but the Burberry blushes are wonderful. If you're looking to splurge on something just easy to work with, the formula is beautiful. They're all very natural, wearable. You're gonna reach for it type of colors, you know. They're just beautiful packaging, very well done. I just have nothing bad to say about this. This is the color Cameo, which is a beautiful like dusty rose, which if I had to pick a blush, this is my favorite type of shade to wear. What am I wearing today? Today I'm wearing, I have no idea. I put it on and I put it back and I didn't even write it down. What am I wearing today? It's the same type of color. I don't know. I can't remember. But I love these blushes. Another blush formula that I always recommend to you. I'm sorry if you see some of the same things if you're familiar with my channel, but I like these things. And as I said in the beginning, these are things I would recommend to my friends and my family. So, of course, I would recommend them to you because I feel like you guys are friends and family. So this is Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Diffused Heat. It's a beautiful coral. They make several different shades. They have since come out with more shimmery ones. And I love this. How I describe these every single time is that it's like the blush is coming from within. There are formulas where you apply the blush, you can literally see it, it kind of sits under your skin, it doesn't really sink in too well, or it looks blotchy or patchy. And then there's these. These are as if you're just naturally flushing. You've been outside in the heat, or took a run in a cool fall morning and you just have those a little flush in your cheeks. That's how this works. And I will put this in that category too. Both of these are just really lovely formulas. I wouldn't recommend something crappy to you, you know that. A bronzer, tried and true, Bobbi Brown, Golden Light. It's tried, it's true, it works, it's wonderful, I love it. I love her formula. She has several different shades, so if you're a deeper skin tone than me, or you like something that has a different undertone, check out her bronzing powders. They're just really lovely. I have several highlighters because I decided to show you my favorite 4 highlighters, because why not? Ambient Strobe Lighting Powders by Hourglass. This is the shade Brilliant Strobe Light. I still have yet to pick up the other one that I want. I believe it's Incandescent, or maybe it's Iridescent. I can't remember, but I love this one. This one's the brightest. So it's going to create the most, like, strobing effect and, like, the lightest shade kind of thing. But I really like it. I really like that one. I also love the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks because they're like butter. Literally, when they touch your skin, it just glides. It just melts, and it's very like glowy. You can also use these, depending on what shade you get, as a blush. So like a glowy blush, as a blush topper. This is the shade, I just grabbed one that is always available, because I have a few like limited edition ones, but this is the shade Beige, which I love. I love this shade. I like a beigey highlighter though, because I don't like a highlighter too gold for my skin tone. I like a pink undertone one, but that beige is one of those colors just goes with every blush you're wearing, always looks good on your skin. This would work for a lot of different skin tones. I don't know about really deep skin tones, but she does have some really beautiful, more golden, bronzy undertoned highlighters. That would be stunning. And this is the one I'm wearing today. This is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. It is not matte. It is definitely very radiant. I would say it creates a very glowy, dewy, wet look to the face. I do have on a matte foundation. So when I do a very glowy highlighter, I absolutely have to have on a matte foundation or it's just too much going on because I do have discoloration in my skin. I have freckles. I have breakouts from time to time. And if I have all that going on before we even start with makeup, I can't have like a light coverage, glowy foundation and all that and a highlighter. It's just like way too much. And if you're looking for a highlighter of all highlighters, like you want to be seen forever, you want super glowy, Becca highlighters, same buttery, melts into your skin type of formulation. This is the shade Prismatic Amethyst, which came out this spring, and I like it. It's different. It does have a slight pinky undertone, but it does not come off as like a, you know, lavender pink on the skin. It's really pretty, and I like to pair it with like a pinky blush or like a coral blush because it's like that pink to coral shift. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Last, we're down to the last and final things and my favorites. Some of my favorite things to buy at sales, besides like splurging, is lip products because I love lip products. And I would say if there's any one thing I have the most of, it's probably lipstick. And I did recently really condense my collection down to just like really good stuff. And so I'm going to recommend to you that you buy this lip liner. If you have not, it goes with everything. I'm wearing it today. I wore it with pink lipsticks, with nude lipsticks, with dark lipsticks. It's just the perfect contour for your lips. Now it looks really good with a nude lipstick because it's just super sexy to have like a dark, you know, darker liner and a lighter lip. But this is Lancome's Ideal. Stays on. It's a wonderful formula. The color, that's a lip brush on that side. So if you like want to apply your lipstick that way or touch up or something. And I need to sharpen this clearly, but the color of it is just like, oh, it's so good. Trust me when I tell you, it is so good. It's like a dark mauve-y brownie color. It's good. I love it. I wear it all the time. Constantly, actually. And then I have a couple different things. So, liquid lipsticks. Not my favorite, okay? Just not. I have some that I really like, but they're not sold at Sephora. So, these are sold at Sephora. And I have I think I have 6 shades, and I just love the shades. So, these are the Stila liquid lipsticks. And I really like the Stila liquid lipstick formula. Now, we have 4 shades. This is Rico, Fire-Ins, which was a VIB Rouge exclusive, but it might not be anymore, Bocce, and Patina. These 2 are so sexy on their own or mixed together. This is a really pretty fall one. But I like this formula, so I always share them because they have some really, why can't I say like R's today? They come out as W's. They have some really great shades. Wow. Okay, another liquid lipstick. This was newer to me. I bought this summer. The Liquid Velvets by Ciate. I love this color. Pin Up. It is a really pretty, like a bricky red kind of, but not really. It's a very unique shade, which is why I bought it, because I like unique shades in lipsticks. You know, like everyone has a red and a pink and like and whatever within brands, but this one I thought was very different, and it's pretty. And then I love Dior's lipsticks. For real, like, I love Dior's lipsticks. Some of my favorites are this line. This is the Dior Addict in the shade 316 Incognito. I actually bought this one this summer, and it's a super sexy nude. I actually should have wore this today. I was thinking about it, but then I put on, this is Lancome Ideal with Charlotte Tilbury Bond Girl is what I have on. But this Incognito looks really good with the Lancome. So I love this formula. It's really easy, okay? Easy breezy coverall. Did you hear? They changed their slogan to something else now. Like I can make up, or I wear what I make up, or something. I don't know. Anyways, totally off track. But I love this formula. Easy. Doesn't stay on forever, but I don't care. Then they came out with these. These were out this spring. This is the Dior Addict Lacquer Stick. So it's like this, but way more intensely pigmented and super glossy. This is the shade Turn Me Dior, which is a stunning raspberry red. I love this color. Love this formula. And the packaging, look at how cute. It's like so stinking cute. And then lastly, this is like one of my favorite lipstick shades ever. I just love it. And it's the Marc Jacobs Les Marc Lip Creams in the shade Je T'aime. I just love this color. It's like a, I think it's described as like a rum raspberry. I'll swatch it here. It's like a pinky, it's very unique, which is why it's one of my favorites, because I like things that are different. I'm different. I like shades that aren't just like straight red or straight pink. This is like raspberry, muted red, different. I don't know, it's different and I like it. It stands out to me. Different things stand out to me. It's always been how it is. Alrighty, so those are all my recommendations. I will be doing, because the VIB sale is always after the Friends and Family Sale, I will be doing my wish list, and I don't think I'm probably going to do a recommendations video this year, but I'm definitely going to do a, like, what I'm wishing for, and maybe a rendition of a recommendation, but just something different. But since this sale, the Friends and Family Sale started, I at least wanted to share with you things that I seriously would recommend, you know? And so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and we will chat very soon. Bye, guys.